Whatever. Let's get out of here. No, it's not letting me in. I hope you guys can hear me. All right, everybody, welcome. Let me make sure. Restream. You gotta do better. All right, we're good. Let's get out of here. Okay, here we go, you guys. I lost myself. Okay, we're here. So is everybody there? Not let me in. I hope you guys can hear me. All right, everybody, welcome. Let me make sure. Oh my. Okay. You gotta do better. All right, we're good. Okay, here we go, you guys. I lost myself. Okay, we're here. So okay, we're good. Let me get All right, everybody, welcome. Oh my. Okay. All right. Let me get TikTok started and we'll get going here. Tell me that I'm not on my favorite video studio system when, I'm not going to go there. And now TikTok froze up. Hang on. Okay. Okay, let me get TikTok started and we'll get going here. So, okay. If I apologize for that, Restream, who I use for my video, fixed the moment I start up to tell me that I have to reset with Facebook, which means I have to go into the other room on my laptop and do a full reset. So that's what happened today. I hope you guys didn't hear the first half of that because I was cussing up a storm because Restream drives me nuts. Restream makes me crazy, you guys. So give me a second, okay? Let me get set up here. Over here at TikTok. Good to see you all. We're going to just do outlines on the doors and stuff, like we were starting to do the other day. Let's do some chatting popcorn. Okay, I am ready to go here, and my filter is on officially. That doesn't look too bad today. Okay. And yes, I got a temporary set of contacts yesterday. So and these are like super thin. They're like paper. So when I go to put them in, I think that's just allergies. God, I never have allergy eyes, you guys. When I go to put them in, they're like paper. When I went to put them in today, all they did was flop around. They're scaring me. Hi, everybody. I'm used to thicker contacts. I'm used to using the Bausch & Lomb contacts that are really thick. And these are super thin. I like them because I can't feel them, but dang. My hands are shaking. I've been put contacts in like 8 months. So my hands are shaking. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, yeah, make sure my comes on here too. Let me get TikTok up. Anyway, so Restream decided to tell me at the last minute that I had to reset Facebook, reconnect. So that entails going in there, powering up the laptop, and then coming back in here. So it really bites. So I was very unhappy. Okay. Cousin Eddy's trailer, you're welcome. Let me go get this going over here, and we're off and running. Hang on so I get TikTok up and running here. Okay. Okay, so we started doing the outline on Cousin Eddy's trailer door last time, and that's what we're going to work on today is the outline around the windows and stuff. So we have that outline done for when we start putting the rust and everything on there. I'll show you it dried really nice last night, but let's do a little magic first because we got to make sure we get everything to work right with both the phones, okay? Bibbidi, bobbidi, boo. With my magic wand, right? My magic wand, my Harry Potter wand. But I've got allergy eye in my left eye, and it bugs the heck out of me because when I do close-ups on my eye, it looks like my eye's tweaking. Like right now, yeah, like over here, it looks like my eye's tweaking, but it's not. It is, but it's not. I think it's just allergy eye because now the right eye's kind of doing that too. I see gray through them, so I'm just going to go with it. They're looking about the same now. So I'm just going to go with it. It doesn't look as bad as yesterday. I think I have dry eye and allergy eye. I see great. Something real funny happened yesterday at the doctor's office, and I can share that with you guys. And it was kind of scary at first, and then things came together. The craziness of it all. I go in because I've been having trouble getting glasses. I have to have, bottle cap glasses. I mean, my glasses have to be like horrendously thick, okay? Because I'm a blind bat. And unfortunately, with the glass prescription I have, there's no way I could pass my DMV test. And so I go to the eye doctor yesterday for contacts. And she said, she's doing the glasses prescription. And she said the same thing as the other doctor. Okay. And no, you're not going to pass. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do? Because only one of my eyes is 20/40 and the other one, And she was suspicious something bad with my right eye and all that. So I'm all panicky, right? So I'm getting ready to leave. And she says, wait a minute, sit down. I said, what? She goes, sit down. I want to talk to you. And I thought, uh-oh, here it comes. And she had even written me this letter to give to DMV if I had to say that I was going to go see an ophthalmologist. And have all, excuse me while I do this for a second. Make sure it's not getting any worse. That's about where it was yesterday. I think it's dry eye. I'm going to open up really wide, you guys. I'm going to freak out on TikTok, okay? I'm just looking. I can see it really good on this screen. I think it's dry eye. Anyway, it didn't bother her, so she might have seen it. Anyway, so she had this letter written out, and I said, okay. I was just kind of, hi, Authentic. And so I was just kind of going, okay. Anyway, so I was willing to take the letter. Then at the last minute, she goes, wait a minute, let's see something. So she gets this thing that looks like an old style eye tester. And she puts the dark thing in front of my eye, and she asked me with my left eye. And then she has me read with the right eye, and she looks at me and she says, oh my God. She says, you see better with contacts. And I said, yeah, I know that. And she says, you're going to pass. Don't worry about it. Just wear your contacts. And I was just blown away. I mean, just 5 minutes, it was like, there it is. And it was right at the very end of the eye test. And she just goes, you're going to pass because your prescription for the contacts is only a little off from what it was in 2021. So, yeah. So I'm excited. So I can actually erase my test. I'm going to order regular contacts, though. Make sure I got the right ones, the right sizing, since these are temps, before I do the test, because I want to make sure everything's fitting. I want to make sure my eyes are used to them, and all that other stuff, because it takes a while to use them again. But when I walked out, well, I'll need glasses like at night, when I take the contacts out or in the morning. But otherwise, I'm back to contacts during the day and stuff. I don't have to wear them outside. I can go on ghost hunts and drive again and do the stuff that I haven't been able to do. So I'm real excited about that. Really excited. Hey, how's it going, everybody over here? So yeah, I just like to use some. I think this red eye is dry eye. I've been having a lot of dry eye problems, so they gave me allergy drops. My other doctors did, so I think it's dry eye because it got red like that last night too. But I wore them for 12 hours yesterday. No pain, no nothing, no itchy, no nothing. So that's why I think it's allergy. But right now it has to be allergies because I have to go test. And it's got to be with the contacts, or I'm gonna go license. So I'm real excited about it that it happened. And she just went. She was shocked too, and she goes, this hasn't changed much since 2021. And I went, yeah, I've been telling everybody that I need to get contacts. I never did see good through my glasses. I always wore contacts. Glasses were always backup. It's just this last time, because I ran out of contacts, I got stuck wearing my glasses, and things got bad from there. Things went down the toilet from there. I can see it looking at my TV. If I, like with the contacts, if I'm doing this is stable. My right eye is stable when I'm with contacts, watching TV, with the captions. But when I put the glasses on, it's blurry and it kind of jumping up. It's kind of jumping around. That's how that's the difference in sight. So I'm excited. I'm excited by it. Okay. Anyway, let me take one more look at my left eye here. Make myself feel better about it. Yeah, it looks like the right one's kind of doing that too. That's why I think it's allergy. See, there's the left eye, there's the right eye. This is left. It's not that bad. And then there's the right eye. Yeah, I think it's allergy. Allergy eyes. The thing with the drops, though, if they're medicated, you can only put them in like 15 to 20 minutes before you insert the contacts, because the contacts will absorb the medicine in there. Okay, anyway. You're new, well, welcome. Normally I do a podcast on this channel. I'm going to be talking over here real quick. But today we're building Cousin Eddy's trailer from vacation. We're kind of building it. And we do this every once in a while. And today's one of those days. What makes me mad about StreamYard was that I would have been in here at 2 o'clock and doing this. Now we're starting late again. Yeah, I'm real excited. Thank you, Authentic. The only thing I noticed, taking them out wasn't too bad, but putting them in, my hands are shaking because I'm afraid to rip them. Because I've only got one pair for a month, until I get my regular ones. And they're so flimsy. I've never seen contacts so paper thin in my life. Okay, here's where we left off. Let's get on with it. I can shut up now. I still have to have reading glasses, but that's okay. I can live with that. So here's what we're dealing with. And for the new people in there, I see you're in there. Here's what we have. You can see the rust did really good. So we have rust. See how rusted see how rusted those are? The hubcaps? That's what we want. But what we want to do is, you can see there's like a door here. You can barely see the door. You can barely see the windows. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to outline these windows. Okay? And I'm probably going to come down with the blue. I'll come down with some blue today down to here on the window to make sure we go straight across. But we're going to go ahead and do the outline. Like over here, we can do the outline over here on this window. And I have the other one, the other side to do, so we can do that. So we're going to do those outlines in black. I'll show you the door we did already. Because no matter what, I could always put white on here and even everything out. You know, if I'm a little off on this, which I am over here a little bit too. But see, we can do the outline on the windows. See how we did the door? And remember, this is kind of Eddy's trailer, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so let me find the black I was using. I might have to make some black too. I think I had black. That's why I started. Yeah, I do have black. Where did I put the black? Let me find it. Everything's in baggies. That looks like that might do the black there. I gotta find the paint. Let's see if that's the black. And that's the black. And it's really dark in here, so here it is. I lost my above head light, and with my balance issues, I can't get up on a ladder to deal with it. So I gotta get my neighbor maybe on the weekend to come and put my light bulb in for me. Okay, one of these is brown and one of these is black. So what I'm going to do is this. It's good to see everybody. Welcome. Let me see something. Let me see the black. So I apologize for losing that 45 minutes. This is the brown. That's the black. I wish we hadn't lost that 45 minutes, you guys, but it is what it is. I know I was live when I started like popping off about it. See, I feel bad for you guys over at Tube of You. If you heard that, I apologize. I get so mad. I'm so used. I was with one company for a long time, and then I had to switch for financial reasons. And now I'm with this other company, and the service isn't anywhere near as good as it was with the company I was with. So for me, it's really frustrating to have to deal with it, but we all have to deal with stuff. Hi, Kara. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. If you guys can do me a favor on TikTok, give me a follow. We're a fun bunch. We're a real fun bunch. Let me look at my eye again. I'm just going to be paranoid about the eye, you guys. It should be all right, though. The only time I notice is if I'm really up on the screen. Yeah, it's not too bad. Thank you for the heart me. As you can see, even the right side over here, it has some in here. You can see the right side has some going on too. Yeah, I think it's allergy. So I don't want to push it because, like I said, I gotta do my DMV vision test. So no matter what happens, I have to have the contacts in. So, boom. Okay, so here we go. I'm doing this with a toothpick, and so I'm going really meticulously. I think we'll do this one first over here. Make sure there's no bumps on it. I'll try to go closer to 4 because we lost that 45 minutes today, but I may not. I may just go to 3:30. What time is it now? I may go 45 minutes today and stop because I really need to make sure I have my dinner tonight. Because yesterday I did those one days I didn't do that. And where's my reading glasses? All right, so I still gotta have readers. Slap them reading glasses on. There we go. Okay, so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm taking the black and I'm placing it in with toothpicks. And with this, I have really good brushes because I do oil paints and everything, but unfortunately, I don't want to use my good oil brushes on frosting. So I would rather use toothpicks to do this meticulous part. And again, anything I mess up, I can go back over and cover it with more with some of the frosting. So like everything else connected to me, yesterday was an adventure. Good to see everybody. For the new people that are over here, I do a podcast also, paranormal podcast. And Sundays I read from ghost stories. Sundays I read ghost stories. So you can join me Sundays live. Welcome everybody. But I hope it didn't pick me up on like two of you yelling and calling the company names because very frustrating. Get started and find out you can't go live. How's everybody's day so far? That goes for everybody. We're on 3 different networks. We're on TikTok. We're on Tube of You. We're on Book of Face. So how's everybody's day been going for a Thursday? One more day of the weekend after today, huh? And tonight, for the people that are new as well, I will be back on TikTok via California Haunts name. And we will be doing some free tarot card readings tonight. Just for you guys. Just for y'all. But I can't wait. I mean, I came in, that light turned on, then turned off. I can't wait to get my overhead light back. It's kind of a bummer. But at least there's enough spotlights in here to, for me to see what's going on and for what I need for the show. But Athletic, thank you. I have been waiting for contacts for at least 8 months because I haven't had the money to get them, and so I'm really excited to get contacts back because I was a contact. I like I said, my glasses were always the backup, and I never wore them except for to go to bed at night. And then when I ran out of contacts, I actually had to wear my glasses. And then they ended up breaking 3 times. The glasses broke. So I've been in dire straits for my eyeballs. So I'm real excited. Can't wait to be back out driving and taking you guys on ghost hunts. One of the plans, and I've talked to them already, is to go to the Walt Disney Museum in San Francisco. So we're going to hit up the Walt Disney Museum. I hear it's a really cool place. I've had friends that have gone there. Psychic development classes coming your way, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I just have been putting things off. I've had health problems, and I had to put a lot of stuff off. I've got an agency, and I'm real excited. TikTok agency I'm working with, and exciting things to come. So there's that. We just put the crosses in that. See that? So that's what we're trying to do with these windows. Hi, Joyce. Welcome. Give us a follow, everybody. Double tap that screen. Let's get some likes going. I am trying to collect 10 chatting popcorns. If you guys can help me with that, that would be really cool too. You should come in to see my psychic show at night. I'm not like any psychic you've ever seen. I have ADD or OCD, and I cannot sit still. And so I can't just sit there and physically just read stuff, read the cards. I just don't do that. I do a lot of other stuff. I sing, I tell stories, I tell ghost stories, talk about my day, have you guys tell me stories. I think I went too high with this. I think I blew it. It's okay, I can fix it. I need to be down there, then bring it around. It's pretty fun. Coming up on 10,400 followers. Exciting times. As you can tell by some of my videos that I have posted, I like to have a good time. Making sure I hit this line right. Even these cheap reading glasses from the dollar store are so much better looking than my actual glasses that I wear. I hate my glasses. I hate glasses anyway. And that's the thing too. Remember, like I said, I've been wearing contacts mostly forever. And when I have to wear glasses, I just get all geeked out. It just bugs the heck out of me. Wow, I don't know if this is getting stiff or what. I'm having issues. And again, it's because of Eddy's trailer. We don't have to be perfect. Because it is his trailer. But yeah, I was really frustrated when I started doing this today. Really irritated. Wow, it must be really warm in this house today. This stuff's already drying in the case right there. It's drying as fast as I pull it out. What the heck today? can't believe how stiff this got right away. I don't want to dilute it because then it'll be too soft. This room must be really hot today. And I just don't realize it. That's where I poured the new one right there. Weird. Okay. Okay, we got one of you watching me over there. How many I got over here? 3? Always a big crowd, yeah. Always a ginormous crowd watching me. But you know what's interesting? It's all worth it for the views, because when I get off from doing this stuff and I go look at the views, I'm seeing like 300-400 people coming through to see what I'm doing. So it's good PR regardless. I just wish I would have started on time, which, well, hopefully tomorrow the other tube of you won't have to be reset on here. And then Sunday, we also, if we're working on a project like this, Sunday I also will come on at 4 p.m. Pacific. I won't do readings on Sunday night. I have to take a night of rest anyway. But I'll come on at 4 p.m. Pacific, and I'll stay on like 3 or 4 hours working on these projects. This is really frustrating because this should not be matted up like it is. And I have to run off the side of things. Yeah, I think the rust turned out really good, actually. In fact, when you see it under real light, it looks like rust. It's a brownish red. There we go. So I hope you're all having a great Thursday. One more day of the weekend, right? We got tomorrow, and then we hit up the weekend. It's coming along. Yeah, it's warm in here because it's filling these things up right away to where it's dry when I'm pulling it up. I just poured it in there. This room has always been the warmest room in the house because the furnace has a direct, what do you want to call it, a direct vent in here. That's why my elderly mother had this room, because she would stay warm in it. It's doing a number on us today, boy. So you can see as we're coming around on that, trying to bring it around. Yeah, the stuff I just put in is all gummy. Oh, it's too much. I don't like that, so we're trying to get that off there. I just did. Okay. Let's see if I get this on without making a mess. Good to see everybody. Like, follow, share projects. And then TikTok didn't push the ad video out for this, and I don't know why. So it's been that kind of day today. It's hardly pushing my videos out today. there's a big adjustment period right now with TikTok and the new owners, for American TikTok and how they're going to push stuff out and stuff. So I've had some really good two or three really good days where they're pushing my stuff out really good, and today was horrible. And last night I had a really good night, and I hope it's really good again. But we had like 2,000 come through last night, and I hope it does that again. But I don't know, because it's just wacky the way it's pushing stuff out. Really wacky. It's dry. Look at that. You guys saw me put this stuff out. You guys saw me put the fresh in there. It's all dry. Craziness. Okay, so here's this thing. And that's what we're doing. We're outlining windows today. See, there's that one. So that window is ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do this blue window. This other window on this side here. I got to add some more of this, though. Welcome. How's everybody doing today? Ooh, almost 2,000 likes. You guys are doing it. You guys are happening. I just don't want to run out of black, and I'll have to go find black, Sure, I know what side I put it on. There we go. Get it while it's soft. See, it should go on that smooth, just like I just did. I haven't checked all the news yet today. I'm kind of burnt out on news, A lot of misinformation coming out from what I saw last night. So I decided to take a news break today. You gotta watch what you see on the news, man. Hey, Brenda, how you doing? Welcome. We're building. We're constructing. Cookie houses. Cookie houses. Cookie houses. Looks crooked as hell, doesn't it? Cookie houses. You know what this looks like to me? A mail truck. That's what it looks like. When you get right down to it, it reminds me of a mail truck. Just the shape of it. And again, tonight, 6:45 p.m., I'll be back doing private, well, not private, but doing free tarot card readings, past, present, future for you guys. I promise to make it up to you Sunday as far as the time on this. Like I said, I apologize for this doing what it did, coming in as late as I did. That was not intentional. See how this is going on better? I don't know why the other one dried so quickly. This isn't as artsy as the house itself was. Hi, Miss Robin. One of my moderators. All right, this one's going faster. Good to see everybody. #1 viewer badge. Hey, there you go. You special. I'll show you guys. I'll give you guys an update where I'm at with it. Look at that. Complete with rusted hubcaps. Look at the rusted hubcaps. Cousin Eddy. Complete with rusted hubcaps for Cousin Eddy. I gotta stop shaking when I put my contacts in and out. I'm just so afraid of it to have one pop off or rip one. I used to be so good at putting them in and out. But these are so thin they terrify me. Like I said, I'm used to the Baal Shalom ones that are real thick. Hey, Amanda. Hello, Joaquin. So these are an adventure for me to put in and put out. Never seen a contact flop around like that. Feels good though. In fact, I hadn't been driving because of my glasses, and I've been limiting my driving. When I got out of the doctor's office, I took an hour ride yesterday, just so I could enjoy it for the first time in a while. So there is a little heart on here, but I'm not going to use it. We'll probably go with a Christmas wreath on there because the whole point of it's Christmas vacation, right? So I'll probably put a holiday wreath on there. And because it is Cousin Eddy, we can put the holiday wreath on there crooked. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the viewer badge. Thank you. Popular. Thank you, Miss Robin. But I'm thinking if we put a wreath on here, we can put it on crooked because, well, it's Cousin Eddy. It's expected. Okay, I didn't do the bottom line on this either, so. Oh, I gotta do the top line too. What am I thinking? Hello, getting ahead of myself. And I don't have a steady hand either, so. Okay, let's do the corner right there. We're good to go. There it is. Beautiful. There we go. Now we'll do the bottom. I'll show you. And I'll run the slats on the bottom of the window. See, there we go. Oh, wrong way. This is opposite to you guys. So it looks like that. We come in a little bit. There we go. And you can see the rusted out hubcaps on this bad boy. Since there's no line here, it's going to be as fun. Can I keep it as straight as possible? Yeah, right. Good to see you all. Welcome. Give us a like, follow, and share, you guys. Give us a like and follow, and come in and see us at 6:45 tonight. I'm one of the most entertaining psychics on TikTok. Is that Shelly I see? Yes, it is. Hang on, Shelly, don't go anywhere. I'm going to show you something. Check it out. We got the rust on the hubcaps. There he is, look. We got the rust on these hubcaps. Look at that, rust on the hubcaps. Thank you for the heart me. Rust on the hubcaps. Okay, I gotta. Well, that's I can say it like that. I can just a little bit. So I'll start the other one now. Try and push this down a little bit. Oh, I messed that up a little bit, but it'll be fine. Popular, thank you. Shelly gave me the finger. I can't sing my little ditties because I'm on the other two networks. Yeah, here I am. Finally. Contacts and all. Hi, everybody. I'll email and let you know how it went down yesterday with the contacts. I did get contacts. Just have to order them now. Okay, so here we go. So he looks like this, and we're doing that part right there. And you can see the rust. I put rust on the hubcaps. Cousin Eddie's got rust. No, my glasses I'm gonna have to fight with the state over. I did get a pair of temporary contacts. The glasses are still up in the air. But I got some temporary contacts, and she said that I will pass DMV with my contacts. But these contacts aren't my good prescription yet, so we're gonna have to order the actual prescription before I can go to DMV. But other than that, I've got contacts now. So I'm excited. These are reading glasses from the dollar store, believe it or not. But now we got to get contacts and test at DMV. It's going to be a couple weeks, I think, once we order, it'll be a couple week delay. So I probably won't be driving until like after February 20th. But at least I'll be able to pass. I told these guys over here, went through all that with the glasses. She told me if I had to rely on my glasses that I wouldn't pass because my right eye is there's something going on with my right eye. They don't know what it is. But then at the last minute, she tested me like old-fashioned way for contacts. And she looked at me and said, wait a minute, you see 100% better with your contacts. And I said, well, yeah. And she says, well, you're not going to have a problem at all. And then when she looked at what she got, it was only a little bit off of what I was in 2021. So she's giving me the same prescription I had in 2021. So, yeah, and I think this redness, I still think this is just eye allergy and dry eye. Yeah, so we have to order the contacts. I want to make sure, I can wear these, but they're not quite my fit. So if I go to DMV, I would rather order what we need for the contacts and have the actual contacts before I go into the DMV. But I drove for like an hour yesterday. When I walked out of Costco, it was like somebody that just gets your glasses for the first time. When I walked out of her office and walked into Costco, I just went, wow, I can see. So the next step is to order contacts before I go to DMV. But yeah, you can see 100% better out of contacts. Hi, hippie chick. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. In fact, I can even see it when I watch TV, when I'm looking at the captions. When I'm wearing my contacts, this is blurry on this side, but I can still make out what it is. But when I put the glasses on to watch TV, it's just like it's vibrating and it's almost double and it's blurry with glasses. I mean, that's how huge the difference is. But she was shocked. I've never shocked my eye doctor before. It blew her away. Okay, so we'll start this side. I'll probably be on another half hour because we started late, which wasn't your guys' fault. It wasn't my fault really either. It was Restream's fault, but we'll just go with it. Then I'll be back at 6:45 for the regular show. So it's good to have contacts again. But I think that the red eye thing is what it was yesterday, so I'm thinking that it's just dry eye because I tend to have dry eye with allergies. I'm not going to worry about that. It's just imperative that no matter what, I can't take the test with my glasses on. Okay, so let's do this door right here. We'll do this one door. It is hot in here, boy. I'll tell you, it is really, really warm in here today. Must be warm outside. Well, I gotta put these on or I'll mess it up. Sometimes reading glasses from the dollar store look really good, you know? And these look really good. Let me work my way through Cousin Eddie's trailer. But so again, I'll make it up to you guys on Sunday as far as this goes. Which I'll try to get in here tomorrow at 2:00. I just hope something else doesn't decide to say, "Oh, you have to reconnect," because this company I use for my video shows is notoriously slow. And that's what happened today is they wanted me to reconnect and it took 25 minutes to just reconnect. And then they had you guys on and then I couldn't get out of that. And then I had to reset everything just to get in here. It's a really good time. That's how I know it's so warm in here. I don't want to touch my furnace though, because last time I messed with my furnace, I shut it off for like the last 2 months of the cold season last year and froze. So I am messing with my furnace. No way I'm touching any button, pushing on anything or messing with anything on that furnace. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I love it because the cats are so quiet right now. I have 3 cats. I have one male Tom that we have some Tomcats that come around outside the back door, and the dog sits there and waits for him, and she jumps at the door because she doesn't like him. And the male cat can see clear out that back door, and he just loses it. And so he spends his nights screaming, and I mean, he would make little Richard look like he's whispering or sound like he's whispering. That cat makes little Richard sound like he's whispering. Or Pavarotti. He can outscream little Richard and Pavarotti. But I'm used to it. I can sleep through it now. So is the dog. The dog and I can sleep through it. He's a sweet cat. I mean, sweet as can be, but back in the evenings, he comes out, he sees, lays on my shoulder and cuddles. We watch TV and stuff. He's sweet as can be, but oh man. When he gets in these places where he's speaking, he's speaking, he's singing the songs of his people. It's just insane. And somebody told me black cats were like that. But black cats were the ones that were the loudest. I can believe it. Even my girls, out of my 2 females that I have a gray, and then I have a gray tiger one, and then I have another black cat. The black cat's the more vocal of the 2. But they're sweet. They're semi-feral, but they're sweet. My 2 youngest. The big tomcat was hand raised. But even when he was little, he liked to cuddle. But the 2 girls, they'll cuddle for a minute, then they'll take off. Just lucky my dog was raised with barn cats, or I'd have a problem. But this is an animal house. We've always had animals. Birds, fish, rabbits, dogs, lots of dogs. Even the occasional cat. My dad loved his animals. Oh. All right, let's see if we can get this thing done. Yeah, it's warm in here. This keeps drying. Good to see everybody, though. Happy Thursday. Ooh, almost 2,000 likes. Awesome. But TikTok was showing me no love this morning at all with that teaser I put out for that. They did not distribute it for some reason. That or the counts are still off. I know a lot of content creators are still complaining because some of their videos are getting 0 views still. Even though people are seeing them, they're getting 0 views. So that might be what's going on with this today, is that I have 0 views, but there are people seeing it. I just hope tonight's not like that. We had a good night last night. I hope that we're not in that situation tonight. Monday night was just so bad. It was just so slow and so bad. So I'm hoping have some of you guys that are watching right now to come on by and see us tonight for free reading and some fun. Because we do have a lot of fun at night. Nice and quiet here. So I miss having music on. See, in my night show, I could have music on in the background. Remember what I told you guys about TikTok the other night? Every time I go into TikTok, I start getting gifts and stuff. I always envision like 5 or 6 guys that look like Ebenezer Scrooge, or like that scene of Mary Poppins at the bank, and they got all their coins piled up and they're counting them. That's what I envision. Larry Ellison and his buddies. But never bite the hand that feeds you. So that's technically my TikTok employer, if you want to say it that way. I think about it that way. So I have to play nice. Like Mr. Zuckerberg over at Facebook, right? Or whoever happens to the conglomerate that owns. I shouldn't have said Facebook. Sorry, TikTok. Book a face. Well, yeah. Just like Mr. Zuckerberg. Or what do they call him? Zook? Or whoever it is that runs that over there. It's probably not him anymore. I think he sold out a bunch of shares to it. But I think that was the best description. Wasn't that you, Robin, last night said that? Like that scene of Mary Poppins? With all those old bankers counting their coins. Boy, it is just zapping up this stuff. Yep, that was pretty funny. Best description. At least I got a compliment from my agency today. Because I asked them some questions about what I can do to, get things running smoother and keep retain people up in the chat. And they actually, the guy that's the head of the agency actually came out and said, "You're doing really well, but there's a couple things. There's always a couple things. But you're doing really well, blah, blah, blah." So that was nice. Last thing I ever thought of when I joined TikTok was I would end up with an agency. That was something I never dreamed of. Yeah. It was all for fun. It was all paranormal, all ghost hunting stuff. And then all of a sudden I started doing this, and then I ended up getting an agency. This is exactly why this was Mom's room, Debbie. It is hot here today. This is the old people rest home room. It is warm in here. In fact, the frosting I'm putting out, like I just poured that frosting out, it's already like getting crunched, getting clunky and hard to use because it's so warm in here. My sister's over on the other channel. Time we got. Okay, 3:30. I'll go another 15, 20 minutes, you guys. I gotta make my dinner tonight. Sorry we ran late. It's just sign-in issues. Like I said, Facebook was no longer connected to my video company over there, so I had to get on the laptop and reconnect everything. But there was no warning. I never got an email saying, "Hey, you're going to have to reconnect Facebook." No, I go to go live, and all of a sudden there's like this big X across Facebook. And I'm just going, what is that? Then it was a mad rush to go in there to fix it. I did get one of those 360-degree tripod things. That thing's creepy. I don't have room in my kitchen to go 360 degrees. My kitchen's too small. But I took it out that time we did the cemetery walkthrough, and I put it on the hood of my car, my SUV. And it's cool because I was able to like give you guys a view of like that whole part of the cemetery behind me as I rotated around, to talking to you guys. That was pretty cool. But all in all, I had it hooked up at my house a couple weeks ago, and it's just like being watched by hell, the computer, from 2001. Because no matter what direction you go, it'll follow you and turn with you with your phone camera on. So I think it's cool though. I mean, I see nothing wrong with it, and then I'm seeing some of these that guys are trying to sell. I know TikTok wants to move these things. I think they're great if you need one for doing your videos. The only question I have is, cell phones are heavy. Okay, a lot of cell phones are heavy, and the tripods that they have them on are real skinny, and that would make me nervous. Mine's not on a tripod like that. I mount mine on my regular tripod. Hi, Cindy. But the tripods they're on are real skinny. And I mean, I'm talking like teeny tiny little legs. That would scare me. In fact, it does scare me. All right, so there's that. We got that door done. And like I said, if there's a mistake on here, like right there, we can just dab some white on there. That'll take care of it. But I think it's a great tool. But again, the tripods are tiny, and that really bothers me because cell phones tend to be kind of heavy, depending on which one you have. Now the iPhone, they're small. If you're using an iPhone, Androids are heavy. Like my Android is heavy. So it's like, you got to be really careful with those with the weight distribution on them. I think they're cool though. I think they're creepy. They're cool and creepy at the same time. Because having the phone follow you every direction you go. Hey, Cindy, as you're walking through your house or your living room or whatever, if you have a big enough area, it's creepy. It's like Big Brother watching. It does. If you guys ever see 2001: A Space Odyssey, you'll know what I'm talking about. When Hal got to watch them do everything. Didn't matter what they were doing. And then he would and then the computer, the AI would question him. What are you doing, Dave? And that's what it reminds me of. I expect the voice to come out of it going, why are you doing that? It's more logical to do this. But I think they're great. So if you ever want to pick one up on at the TikTok shop, they're great to pick up. Or Amazon or, wherever. Even Temu, maybe. I don't know if Temu has them. All right, so we got the doorknob in. So I did mess up, I have to admit, when I put the blue on because the top part of his RV is white. So I'm going to have to run a white line across here. So we'll be doing that. All right, let's go to this other one. So we'll have to run a white line across that. So hopefully once I get everything squared away with the DMV, I will start getting out more. I'll get out to the cemeteries with you guys, do some cemetery tours. Maybe get Nancy Mass to come out and do some cemetery tours for you guys. Some impromptu, just pull into a cemetery and go for it. I'm a Star Wars fan, and start doing things like that. Get out and do a little more. Like I said, the Walt Disney Museum in San Francisco has been on my list for a while. And maybe these contacts are going to help me with my dizziness. And maybe it wasn't glasses causing it. We don't know yet. I'm testing it out. The next couple of weeks, we'll see. If I don't get dizzy, then it had to be the glasses, and I can start going out. We'll go out to Berkeley Pier, go fishing off the pier without fear of falling in. Because that's the only thing that kept me going over here in the park to fish, was because there was no danger of falling in. Plus, it was only like 5 feet deep, you know. But fishing off a pier, fishing off a jetty, two different things. I mean, I could be working on a snag and get dizzy, lose my balance, and that's it. I'm shark food, So, this will make a huge difference. If it was the glasses that were making me dizzy. But in the meantime, we will be able to go places, which I haven't been able to do. Like, it was sad during the holidays with all this going on, because I had gotten from my phone provider, I had gotten extra internet. Because I've been such a good customer, they sent me 50 gigs of extra internet. I mean, I was planning to do the Christmas light runs and everything here in town with you guys, and never worked because I couldn't drive at night. So that was a bummer over the holidays. So hopefully this ends a whole bunch of problems for me. That's awfully thick. It's going in awfully thick. See if I can thin this down. That was just going to have to be thick. Not much I can do about it. Wow, I'm going to put that. Let's put some more in. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some more black. Especially when we start to make rust. Okay, there we go. But psychic development classes coming up for you guys. Ghost hunting classes coming up for you guys. Ghost hunts. I got 3 people that want us to come out, do some ghost hunting in their houses, take you guys with us. I already have permission to take you guys with us. So we'll be doing that. It's just all been on delay because of all this stuff with all these problems with my glasses. Everything's been on delay. Once this is the hardest part right here, is the outlining. Once this outlining's done, then it'll be fairly easy to get onto the windows and everything else. Already got boogers. See, it's already started. See, it's already having trouble now. Okay. Only do what I can do. God, it's just really. I don't want to put water in it because it'll loosen it up too much. But they've done that on the house itself. But I find this here. Well, I'll be painting the bottoms of these anyway, so I can cover up any of this crap that's going on. That looks like crap. Got about 3 more minutes today before I quit. Go take a break, make dinner. Don't forget, 6:45 p.m. Pacific tonight. Come on down. Gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some fun. A lot of fun, you guys, tonight. I mean, we can sit here, my moderators and I can sit here and tell you how much fun we're gonna have, but you won't know until you get in there and actually see the fun we're gonna have. The fun that we do have when we're live doing readings. Sigh. I'll try and finish this window before I go. This thing before I go. Then I'll probably come in tomorrow at 2:00. Barring any unfortunate things, like I get in here and it has a block on Tube of View, like I did on Book of Face today. And then I have to go in there and do that all over again. Another 35-minute thing. Barring any unfortunate like that, we should be fine. We'll be here at 2:00 tomorrow. 2:00 Pacific, you guys, the East Coast. As we do this. But I come, it's visible why I said mail truck earlier. I'm a U.S. mail brat. My dad was a letter carrier before he went into management. And that's why when I look at this design of this RV, it looks like a mail truck to me. If you take the windows off, right, in the door, and you paint U.S. Postal Service colors, put the little eagle on the side, fix the front so that there's a door where the mailman can jump in and out like you've got a mail truck. So it can either be U.S. mail or UPS. But that's what the shape of this reminds me of. I'll try to do this without having to pour more of this out. Almost got it, and then I can call it today. Let it dry out. Debbie, see what I'm saying? Looks like a mail truck. The shape and everything looks like U.S. mail. Looks like a mail truck. What it looks like to me. Hey, Kathy, Eddie, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. Almost got it. Let's try to get this filled in. And remember, mistakes are mistakes. It's Cousin Eddie's. It's going to be Cousin Eddie's trailer. So if there's mistakes on here, we can laugh and just leave some of them too, because it's old. It does, yeah. It looks like a mail truck. Maybe that's a project for next Christmas for Dad. Make this thing into a, buy another kit, make it into a mail truck for Dad. Okay, well, we did it. Looks like crap in some spots. But that's going to probably, what time is it? Yeah, that's going to do it for today. We lost 45 minutes because I had to play Ring Around the Rosie today with that stupid video thing. So, all right, that's going to do it today. And I'll be back tomorrow. All right, guys, so come on to TikTok at 6:45 p.m. Pacific tonight. We'll do some free tarot card readings. Believe me, trust me, it's fun. Everybody has a lot of fun. I average about 50 to 70 readings a night, depending how it goes. But it is fun. So. Okay, got it. All right. So that's it. I'm going to let everything dry up now. Not you. Where'd the bag go? That's you. And I'll be back in, like I said, around 6:45 tonight, and we'll do a fun show tonight. Gotta love baggies, you guys. All right, well, that's going to do it, and I will see you guys. And here's what this one looked like. Gotta do that last window on it, see? Make that into a peace sign. We can make that into a peace sign. See, there's that one. And then there's the other one that's more complete. So we're going to start adding, this one's to the point where we can add rust to it, to the body itself. We can add some rust on this guy. So there he is there. Could start adding rust on that one. So, okay. All right, so it's been great. I'll try and get in here, check in around 2 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. If I'm not, I would have been in there today perfectly if it hadn't been for that cluster. Let me take this off real quick. If it hadn't been for that cluster, but I'll try, we'll see if nothing goes wrong between now and then, everything should be fine to be here at 2 p.m. Pacific. And we'll get that other window outlined, and then we're going to start adding, I think we'll start putting some rust on here, some more rust, on the body, on the body of it. And yeah, I think it's going to start coming together nicely. It's going to start looking like Cousin Eddy's vehicle. All right. Facebook, YouTube, thank you for coming. I'll see you tomorrow, 2 o'clock. And for those of you that are new or whatever and have a bit of the night show, come on over to TikTok. California Haunts is what we're under. And come on over to TikTok and join us tonight for some tarot card readings. But I'm not like any psychic you've ever seen. We like to have a good time, and we always have a great time. Always have a great time. And it's never boring. The show is not boring, that's for sure. I sing, I do sound effects for gifts. I also tell stories. I tell ghost stories. I tell, talk about my day and all that good stuff. And we'll talk back and forth along with the chat as well. Have good conversations with the chat about different things. So come on in and see us tonight if you're on TikTok. Bye-bye, guys. All right, so you guys hold off.